Last week, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the first 245 kilometers Sohna-Dausa stretch of the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. Now, the expressway itself is a 1,350 kilometers 8-lane highway that will reduce the travel time to 12 hours from the current 20-plus hours between the two most significant cities of India. Now, here's a look at the potential of this key highway in the words of the Prime Minister himself.
मैं आप सभी को प्रगति के इस आधुनिक पथ की बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
मेरा विश्वास है कि ये रोड बनने से इंडस्ट्री आएगी, उद्योग व्यापार का विकास होगा, हमारा एक्सपोर्ट बढ़ेगा, युवाओं को रोजगार मिलेगा, गांव गरीब मजदूर किसानों की गरीबी दूर होगी।
An upbeat Nitin Gadkari, Minister for Road Transport and Highways, speaking of the ripple effect of this expressway, goes without saying any large infrastructure project also has a big impact on real estate of the region. So what will Sohna-Dausa stretch mean for real estate around the National Capital Region? And also, if you extend it a bit to North India, then also some areas around Jaipur. Joining me for the discussion, Pankaj Bajaj, Chairman and MD of Eldeco Housing, Anubhav Jain, CEO Silverglades Group, and Santhosh Kumar, Vice Chairman of Anarock. Pankaj, I'm going to come to you first. Both you and Anubhav have big projects there. Sona, you know, it falls at the entry of the Mumbai-Delhi Expressway, and everyone's talking about the fact that this is the market to go for. The hype is so much, I'm wondering whether it's already not run up to basically not be able to catch it at all.
I would have been very happy if it had run up that much, but it has not. And the prices are still very reasonable. It is a great time to buy. It's not that it's a great piece of infrastructure which has got opened. But it's not that the moment gets opened, the prices run up 25%. It doesn't happen like that. It follows with the lag. And I think it's going to happen the next year and a half, and the social infrastructure also follows. And there's no reason why it should not follow, because Sona is just so accessible now. So I think next 6 months is a great window for a lot of investors or customers who want to buy a home in that area. Prices have not run up, but they're expected to.
Slip of the tongue, you said investors. Anubhav,
we don't know who they are.
How is the market divided between investors and actually end users when it comes to Sona? You know, I'm just looking at the number of projects, and this is prop equity data which is with me. It's from between 2020 to 2022, 8 projects have been launched. Number of units launched are 2,580. And around 3,000 units are selling here every year. So give me a slightly larger view of the market. How much will it benefit, and how do you think it will unfold in the next 12 months?
So the Sona market started in 2013. That's when the master plan came. It was expected to be the next big thing in the Gurgaon market. Unfortunately, it saw a period of, it started off well enough, but then there was a period of 5 years which were kind of stagnant, and a number of projects went into distress, and only some could see the light out there. Now the ones which have actually got delivered, they are seeing a very good response, and we were always expecting this expressway to do wonders for this area, and it has. And it's just a 10-15 minute drive from the golf course extension road, where the prices have become unreasonable, unaffordable, or very high. It's like 15,000 rupees a square foot. And you can still get a great apartment of equivalent quality or in Sona at less than half the price. And it's just 10-15 minutes away. So I do expect the price gap to start narrowing down. But it will, as I said, it will take about a year. Right. It's just a hard infrastructure which has fallen into place. A lot of soft and social infrastructure has to follow.
Okay.
So the schools, the hospitals, and the malls. So I expect that because the demand is going to come now, and I think that in the next 12 to 18 months, the gap is going to start narrowing.
Anubhav, you have a soft infrastructure, the golf course there. All right, give me your views in terms of how do you see this market shaping up? Yes, excitement. And I think Pankaj has really put it in perspective for us that you've got one big expressway which is going to make connectivity very, very good. But then there is so much more that's needed to make a sector or a region livable? Anubhav.
No, I think this is the right time for Sona, to shine, because with this initiative that the government has taken and the major infrastructure push that has come our way is a big boon, because it's connecting not only Delhi and Haryana or Rajasthan, going all the way to Gujarat and Maharashtra. I think along the way there's going to be a lot of opportunity that's going to get created. And for the market of Sona itself, I think this is absolutely the right time for investors and buyers to look at it. Like Pankaj said, rightly so, that the price points in Gurgaon have really gone up in the last, this period following COVID really. And a lot of the buyers, whose budgets are of a certain, a certain range, are now getting totally outpriced in Gurgaon. So I think that's why the focus is coming on to Sona. And we have great developers and very good products available in the Sona market. We ourselves are developing 17-acre group housing, about 1,000 apartments, a little bit more on the upper middle luxury side, I would say. And, today the buyer wants amenities, they want space, they want greenery, and they want connectivity. Without connectivity, you can create everything that you want. But without connectivity, the buyer doesn't have the confidence, is not connected to the rest of the infrastructure that they need. So while Sona is a new master plan, I think it's very promising. The price points are just right. I think they're definitely going to go, on the higher side, and will, soon start matching some portions of Gurgaon. But with the infrastructure push and the connectivity, from Rajiv Chowk, it's a 15-minute drive, signal-free, down to the most of the projects in Sona. So I think that has really put Sona on the map, and the prices are just right for people to take advantage, especially end users, who need a home, who need a home for themselves. I think this has really opened up that option, which wasn't there.
All right. Santosh, what are the prices like? Has golf course extension really hit 15,000 rupees per square feet? And just weigh out this entire region for us, golf course extension versus Sona. There's also Dwarka Expressway, which ahead of G20 will get completed. They don't have an option for that. So just give us, a comparative analysis of these markets.
Yeah, Manisha, like all other infrastructure development, really, this helps the real estate market everywhere there was a infrastructure development. But having said that, because of the increase in the input cost, many of the micro market have started the prices going up. Similarly, what we have witnessed in golf course extension, the price, like Pankaj said, touching up to around 15,000 rupees per square feet. The biggest beneficiary of this infrastructure, push is really the Sona. Having said that, definitely it will take little time for the Sona to get the
What are the price ranges, Santosh? What is the price?
Right now, many of the projects, which Pankaj and Abhinav has got, it is going around, in the Sona actually, it is around 5,500, 6,500 is the range. But with the infrastructure push, I'm quite sure in the next 6 to 8 months you will see around 10 to 15% appreciation in these micro market as well.
Okay, so you're saying that here's a market which I think 15,000 is the upper end of golf course extension. I would rather keep it at about 11 to 12,000 is what the average price is. And here's another market. Pankaj, is it correct? Your projects are going at 5,500 to 6,000 rupees per square feet in Sona Road?
A little higher than that. It's 6 to 6,500 is what it is. And as Santosh said, we expect it to go up by 1,000 or 1,500 in about 6 to 12.
Okay, yeah. So there is quite a bit of an arbitrage, and let's leave Dwarka Expressway out, because that's a very, very different side of the market. So people do have their own choices in terms of whether they want to go to Dwarka Expressway side or they want to stay on the Sona Road side. Very quickly now, let me come to the other big opportunity here. When you heard the Prime Minister, he also talked about jobs getting created and all of that happening. Pankaj, whatever may be the connectivity, the fact of the matter is that you have Gurgaon, which is thriving as an office market. Grade A office supply is fantastic in this market. What is the future for offices and Grade A supply in Sona?
No, it's a little premature for that. I think the first sector which is going to take off there is residential, and we're not looking at the end users in the projects that we're developing. We're not looking at them to be working in Sona. The thing that we're talking about is that the ease of connectivity with the main Gurgaon, the downtown Gurgaon is so easy that people are going to be working in downtown Gurgaon, in Cyber City, and have an easy drive back to Sona and have homes which are at less than half the price. So that is what we're looking at. In due course of time, some price sensitive segments of the office market like BPO or ITES might shift to Sona, but that's a little away. I mean, the first Sona has to develop as a residential market. When there's critical mass, I'm sure the BPO kind of stuff is also going to shift to Sona. But as of now, we are looking at these people to be commuting to Gurgaon every day and commuting back. And it's relatively easy because of the new connectivity.
New infrastructure.
It's a simple 15-minute drive.
All right. So you're saying that don't expect, offices to start so quickly or anybody to take a punt on launching large office projects there. Anubhav, there's also, if I'm looking at the map on which the expressway is, or at least the big areas that it's going to be touching, there's Jaipur as well to some extent. There's Kota, Ratlam, and of course, let's not go to Vadodara and Surat because those are slightly more southern. We're only looking at the Dausa and Sona stretch right now. Are there other areas and micro markets that you think are likely to benefit? There's some level of connectivity which is also going to come through Faridabad. But, it will need interlinking sort of better roads. Any hope that Faridabad will also accelerate, or when you see, connectivity to the new airport at Jaipur, those areas might be some of the futuristic markets to look at?
No, of course. I think, industry, there's a big push for industry when you build such large highways which are connecting major cities and so many towns in between. I think the Prime Minister's vision is to, really connect these cities together and have a big industrial push. So there's manufacturing hubs that are going to come up. Of course, even in Sona, we have IMT Sona. There's a IT hub which is planned. There are other manufacturing hubs which are planned. So, and if you look at the prices of land, they've also risen, quite high in the last couple of years. So I think people are looking to put industry, if you talk about residential farmhouse spaces, I think those kind of, interest will now rise even further. Again, thanks to the connectivity. I do think office is a bit far away, but we never know, with the good connectivity and maybe more infrastructure coming, perhaps metro or other things which they may announce in future, as more people who are, because that's the workforce. Ultimately, folks who are buying those homes between 6,000 to 7,000 rupees a square foot, are the major, I would say, bulk of the workforce in the Gurgaon region. So I think for them, the projects that have to come up will have to come up with these areas. And I think affordable housing will start getting pushed down further down the road to these, smaller towns. And I think a big impetus on infrastructure from Rajasthan is going to benefit us as well, because a lot of industry is that side. And let's not forget the Delhi-Jaipur connection gets shortened to 3.5 hours drive time. I think that also is a big push for, that side of growth to come.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit futuristic, but it was an important question. Santhosh, what are some of the things that buyers of this market, Sona is the immediate one which is getting impacted, what should they keep in mind? What are the things to be careful of? Let me just ask you very straight away, because North Indians, especially in that Gurugram region, look at it. They're intuitively gamblers of some sort, at least some part of them. Look at what's happened to plotted developments, right? Prices have gone up. A lot of inventory was taken in by intermediaries, and now there is some sort of stress in plotted development or those floors in plotted development market that I hear of already happening in Gurgaon. And I'm just trying to, ask you that question, what should people buy? What should they not buy? What should their expectation be when punting with Sona?
From the end user's perspective, those who are going to buy the property or the plot in that region, I think they need to be very careful about the track record of the developer who is going to develop these projects in that micro market. In addition to that, I think, if they can, definitely verify the legality of the land and the project which the developer is launching, they need to be very careful about those aspects. My my take on this, I think buyer need to go with the developer, who has the track record, who has got the fund with him to complete the project. I think that is one, that the buyer should be, careful about.
Okay, so don't go for cheaper prices. Just make sure that you go with better pedigree and with developers who have a good track record. Pankaj Bajaj, Anubhav Jain and Santhosh, thank you very much for joining me today. When we return, we bring you face to face with a prop tech company, Reloy, which is trying to make your next move into a new home as painless as possible. Stay with us.